Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Nat One Network. I'm your host, Fred Packard, and joining us today is our lovely adventurers. How are you guys doing today?
Hello.
Very good. Very good.
Hi.
This is your first time, Jericho, being in right from the beginning. This is well, welcome to the show, man. So, with that being said, a couple things at the beginning. This is now our 14th episode. So super excited about that. We're continuing on here into the fey-wild. We'll get into the details of tonight or last week's episode here in a moment. But if you guys have an opportunity, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, or if you're watching us on Twitch, is it subscribing on Twitch? Is that what you do?
Well, you can, kind of follow. I think it's just
I'm old school, man.
Subscribing, I think, is a little bit different. I think it's a little
follow first. And then when we earn it, you can subscribe.
Perfect. Yeah. I don't know what the difference is, but
one gets paid.
We'll understand this eventually.
Do the things
We're not that old, are we?
Do the things that you need to do in order to see the video.
Yes.
Perfect.
Pick up that +1 button and slice that follow button.
That is all that we care about. And if you could share the video, that's cool too. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to hand this over to Brothel Strongheart to give us last week's recap.
So, on the last episode of D&D, the group was teleported into a strange, alien yet familiar and beautiful world. Most of the group was unable to recognize their surroundings except for Danon, who quickly let the rest of the group know that they were in the fey-wild. After some confused conversation, the group took off in an effort to find the Wizard of Oz. Dinner. But not without an awkward attempt at conversing with a stream, which led to the discovery of a well-constructed bridge. After crossing the bridge, the group stumbled upon two cord. How do you pronounce that? Cord or corrid? Cord?
Cord.
Two cord.
Wallet.
Cord. Banging on a tree stump, who didn't take too kindly to being observed, and then skipped away hand in hand. The group then noticed a sudden change in the environment as they crossed the bridge, as the fey-wild took on the appearance of a normal forest. After wandering some more, a trap was triggered, and the group was confronted by what they saw as a high elf dressed in military garb, in control of some strange mechanical devices. The elf introduced himself as Jericho Feyward and admitted to not knowing how long he had been in the Feywild. After some tense exchanges, not atypical of the group up to this point at all, Jericho agreed to join the party for the time being until they could find a way out. And step one was attending the dinner the group was invited to by the horny magic guy who crawled out of Jericho's fireplace. So, the group went to bed and determined first watch before Brawl walked out of the airship house and vanished into the darkness.
Well done, sir. That was quite excellent. All right. So one thing I want to say before we dive right into tonight's episode is we have a brand new intro that I'm very excited to show you all. It was made by Loki Lani himself over here, Joshua Valliere, and then also the music is actual music that was created for the purpose of
music.
Well,
yeah.
we commissioned the music by Elliot Tordeau, who does a lot of awesome YouTube covers with an Uru. And he does like different things like Last Airbender. He's done songs from Naruto and The Last Samurai, and just like a whole bunch of these like awesome covers. And it's something that would be really good to check out. Check those out. Elliot Tordeau.
Yeah, man. All right. That being said, let's debut our first ever trailer for the show.
Ho ho.
All right, that's dope. So let's dive in tonight's episode then. Thank you for that intro, Josh. That was really cool. And
happy to be part of the team.
Well done.
And then maybe someday Jericho will be a part of that intro.
We'll see if I earn it.
Yeah, gotta earn it first. All right, so
I believe you need to get 8 badges, and then you have to trek across the entire land.
Do your parents have to sign off on the badge, or can it just be an adult?
No, the parents don't have to know shit.
Oh, damn.
But we do need 3 letters of recommendation, and your social security number, etc., etc., etc.
Can I give you a list of references ahead of time rather than like filling out the application and then you telling me that you need my references? That would just be a lot more convenient.
That will be,
All right, my brain hurts. Yeah. Let's start playing D&D. All right.
Have fun.
All right. So with that being said, guys, so where we left off, you were in Jericho's half smashed ship, if you will. Some of you were going to bed. Some of you were taking a night's watch. Are we going through the evening, or do you want to start in the morning?
Yeah, let's go through the evening.
Yeah, I think there was something that just happened that was pretty confusing to me. I just witnessed Brawl disappear right in front of me.
Correct.
So
Brawl went to go check for some things, and you were standing on the deck. So we'll pick up with you then, Loki.
So I'm kind of looking around, and I'm gonna step forward toward Brawl's trail that he had from the leaving the hut to move forward. Am I seeing that the trail is continuous, or is it something where it just suddenly disappears?
So Jericho, your ship, the steps that go down, you're muted right now, but steps that go down, you want to describe the layout of your ship real quick for them?
So the interior of the ship?
Exterior.
The exterior where they're standing on right now.
Okay. So you just exited the doors, and the ship is in real bad shape. So what you're actually standing on has basically been fashioned from the debris that wrinkled from the crash. And so it's been kind of maintained and fixed up, but it's like metal and wood, and it goes down essentially. There's another section of the ship ahead that's kind of just been like torn apart. Like I've used a lot of like material out of it and taken it out. There's a little bit of like a middle area that's kind of like where just various kind of halfway constructed things, and you can just see inventions all over. And there's like forest just piling up around it. And then there's like a path that leads out, which is the way that we came in, which is also like, you can see that there's just like wreckage everywhere and things have been built up. So you can't really tell what's like, if there's traps lurking or stuff. It's kind of intentionally messy so as to be wrought with various devices.
Yeah. So DM, do I see Brawl's tracks?
You see essentially there's not really anything, no tracks, nothing. It's still
like
technically
it feels like he just vanished out of thin air. Yeah,
it feels like he just vanished right out of thin air.
I like sense any kind of magic or fey fiend play in this?
Roll for what, history, I guess, right?
History?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Let me pull up your character sheet as well.
Not Arcana?
Yeah, you can actually, roll for Arcana. That's fine.
Okay. I like Arcana a little bit more. 16.
Feels better on the skin.
Would you roll?
16.
Yeah, I mean, judging by where you're at, you feel an overwhelming sense that either your eyes are playing tricks on you, or some magic is afoot, and you feel it's very very much because of the area you're in. So you would attribute it to Fae.
Okay, so I want to track that. I want to track the creature or something at essence that has somehow taken Brawl and find a direction where it's gone.
Okay. That's fine. So roll for, I have your sheet up right now. 1 second. I was pulling everybody's up right now. Okay. So if you're going to be tracking, describe to me how you want to track this.
So if there's like a trail of like magic that is almost like a perfume of magic that's just left behind, is that have like a trail of where I think Brawl may have gone, or where someone has taken Brawl.
Like a magic snail trail.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
I don't think you have... Do you have Detect Magic?
I do not have Detect Magic, but I do have certain skills. I have a certain set of skills.
Yeah, I'm looking at your skills right now. I'm trying to figure out which one would.
And so
you're trying to use.
I do gain advantage on tracking Fey, fiends, or undead.
Okay.
It says that in my survival.
It wasn't necessarily a creature that did something though.
So it could have just been like the world itself.
Right.
That I can assume that maybe this, the fey-wild is itself changing and moving stuff around.
Right.
Okay. So I have basically no lead.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to go back and I'm going to go inside, rush inside then.
Okay. As you do, Brawl, roll a D100 for me.
Sweet. Yeah, there it is. Oh, 13. I was reading that wrong.
13 out of 100?
I'm like 103.
Hopefully the goal was to get something low.
13 out of 100, right?
I rolled a 10 and a 3.
So, Loki, as you're walking back in, Brawl, you don't remember the last, 3 minutes. And now you are walking out believing you're going to go check the surroundings, and you bump right into Loki.
What the...
Out the direction that I just came, or
yeah,
out,
you came out of the
like I repeated the direction.
Gotcha. Right, like you just repeat, like Groundhog's Day just happened for you,
bro.
Loki, how'd you end up in front of me?
I mean, I just came from outside, but you were also outside. How did you get back inside?
Good point. I feel like I've been here before. I don't know.
Do you feel like there's something that has? Do you feel like something has altered time here?
I feel like I just walked through some kind of portal that put me back in time.
Is that what he feels to you? Are you saying that he's like...
You don't remember the last 3 minutes of everything you just did. So essentially, it's as if you just walked out for the first time.
It was like a glitch in the Matrix, is what you're saying.
Right. Essentially,
a glitch in the Matrix. Loki, and I say, "Watch. Let's see if I do it again." And I do the same thing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna watch you intently. Then,
yeah,
walk out, and I'm just gonna I'm actually gonna be like this with my hands up and look a little bit around.
Okay. And
I imagine Brawl just tiptoeing forward for whatever reason.
Oh, I'm
looking at
charging forward.
All right, Brawl, roll again for me. Roll a D100.
You never get too many opportunities to fuck with time, so let's do it. Wait, what am I rolling?
D100.
Oh, okay. Ooh, 37, my favorite number.
Okay. So is that really your favorite number?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So as you're walking,
I guess that's cool.
your pants start to feel pretty heavy. And also your feet.
My waddle slows down. Loki, I think there's something in my pants.
Is there another way to phrase that?
It's really heavy.
I think there's something in my pants and my shoes. Except I don't have shoes. So that feels fine.
I'm sorry. But they feel
I forgot to.
They feel heavier. Your feet feel heavier.
Oh.
But it's almost as if something's landing on top of it.
Ooh, it's like my lower body feels heavier than my upper body. If I
Loki, make a perception check.
I don't want to.
I check to see if my dick's heavier.
There's a snake in my boot.
All right, so you look down and finally look at your pants, and then look at, what'd you roll?
I did a 10.
Okay.
Perception.
All right, I'll be generous.
Is it the same size?
It's not a big deal.
Heavier.
So as you look, you can see sand pouring out of Brawl's pants, out of his pockets, and it's landing on his feet as he's walking. So he's walking in about a foot of sand, and the sand just keeps pouring.
Does it almost look like Does it almost look like anime tears?
Yeah,
like where there's tears of and it's just coming out of his short pants.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't remember going to the beach. This is
I think your pants are crying.
Well, that's
sandy tears
because I'm wearing a kilt.
That is also very confusing.
But it does have pockets. So if the sand is coming out of the pockets,
that is a very strong belt.
Yeah. When you eat as much as I do.
Oh, Brawl, you're such a... What is going on?
I don't know.
Curious. Wait, I'm gonna rush in and get Danan. Danan.
What?
I need you to come with me. I need you to see what's happening outside.
I yell from outside.
Okay.
I have sand in my pants.
Sand.
And I'm not wearing pants.
Danan, have you ever seen anything like this?
Seems like a joke, but I'm not sure. It's damn.
Does the fey-wild play jokes?
You know that there's certain creatures that play jokes, and that fae are very playful.
Yeah, we're known for being tricksters, and we like to play one on each other. So probably, what you were doing, Brawl. Brawl?
Oh, I thought you were about to tell me what I'm doing.
Something is happening to Brawl. He is not understanding. Do you understand me, Brawl?
Yeah,
you hear me?
It's probably the sand. It's probably the sand. Nobody likes sand.
Do you have sand in your ears?
DM, do I find sand in my ears?
No sand in your ears, but your feet you're now about knees are up to sand right now because you're just standing there. It's just kind of collecting around you.
Yeah, so I'm just waving my hand around the sides, creating an anthill around me.
Hey guys, stop. Nobody likes sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
It does. It's everywhere right now.
All of a sudden you hear a sound out of the background. I really hate sand.
I know. Nobody likes sand.
As you say that, the sand kind of dissipates, and it stops coming out of his pockets, and it starts to
Sand?
slowly. It almost looks like it's disintegrating, and it coming from the bottom, and the stack gets smaller and smaller and smaller until it's all gone, and then Brawl's just kind of standing there in his kilt.
That was weird, guys. You want to come try it?
Thank you, guys.
try your
I'm gonna
kilts?
trash.
I mean, you can if you want, but I was talking more about this whatever magic thing is.
This head measure was for the sand, not for his guilt. So I was like, "Oh, is it normal sand?"
Yeah, it was normal sand, but it's all gone now.
Oh, okay.
Just dissipates.
Well, thank
Here,
you.
just walk over here, and something fun will happen.
Is there something?
I'll go. Just we need to stick together, okay?
Roll a D100 to know.
Your best. So that's 67.
So as you start walking closer to Brawl, all the color that you're seeing and everything around you turns to brown and white. So all the colors, you're kind of colorblind at this particular moment, and everything is brown and white. So you're seeing everything almost in this very muddy color as you get closer to Brawl.
Oh no.
What happened?
Everything is brown.
Ooh,
And
that's weird.
everything seems like
How many different shades of brown do you see?
all the browns, but it's only brown and white with a lot of shades. Like in a cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that I should break into a song, but
Ooh, do it.
We don't have rights to that.
Perfect.
Thank you, legal.
She's supposed to be legal.
We have our own legal department.
I am.
We'll be having a seminar on this later, guys.
It was a different tone, and it was a short version. It was a
short version.
It was a tribute, okay? It was a
Oh
tribute.
man, this is why we're gonna lose our millions.
Okay.
I'm gonna miss that million.
No.
So do I keep walking or?
Yeah, so right now your eyes are seeing everything kind of in this muddy brown color with like a white highlighter around everything.
See if it changes to another color if you walk around.
I'm gonna start walking around. I'm gonna walk on my same orbit. I'm gonna try to do different movements. Anything change?
No.
I wonder what this is.
This is not
Sis?
fun. This is sad, actually. I don't like it.
It's almost like there's a spotlight
Yeah.
magic here.
Yeah.
Just like walk through it.
Can I make a history check, please?
Yeah, make a history check. What are you trying to do?
I imagine a spotlight in ancient medieval times is probably not the same thing as what they use to light up Hollywood Boulevard.
It's similar.
But I feel like you'd come up with a similar idea. Just some way of projecting bright light.
That's that too.
2. Yeah. So, I mean, you know that the Fae are tricksters, but you don't know. You can't really pinpoint. Is a Fae doing this? You have no idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna start actually waving around my mage hands, all over the place for the next until I actually touch something invisible. And if I do touch something invisible, I'm gonna use my mage hand to grab it.
Okay. Roll for investigation with. Yeah, just roll for investigation. While you're doing that, okay, and you're searching around, let's cut to the inside of the cabin. So we have Jericho, Yukalo, and Locks. What are you guys doing? You all sleeping or what's?
I did hear Danan get up, but I just kind of have been watching from the window, just making sure Loki's not doing anything inappropriate.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. So you're watching from the window.
Getting a little rapey.
Whoa.
Whoa!
That's my wife.
Not in this
Relax
game.
Not in the
yourself.
game.
Not in
Canon.
the
Fair
Uh,
game in the game.
Yeah.
So meta.
She's so into a frog.
So
He's
far
my
she
best
is.
friend.
Long tongue.
Okay, Tom. Let me bring back order in this craziness.
We need to get you a gavel.
Why?
So
Order.
Yukala, what are you doing?
I had gone to bed last game. I took 2 mattresses because there was a room with several mattresses, so I took 2 of them and stacked them on top of each other.
I gave you mine because I was going to sleep outside.
He gave me his, so
Yeah.
I graciously took all the mattresses and stacked them on top of one another.
Jericho, are you still zonked out?
So I haven't actually slept with people breathing in the same ship as me for quite some time. So I tried to go to sleep, felt restless, and then got up and started tinkering with some shit. So I'm just at my desk.
So you can hear Locks pretty heavily from the other room, like banging and clicking. You could assume it's Jericho, but what would you like to do?
I guess once I've deduced that the princess is safe, I'm gonna make my way in there to Jericho and just kind of feel out what's going in there.
Yeah, you look outside. You see Loki with his eyes. They don't look any more perverted than normal. So you make your way into Jericho's room to go speak with him, and you see him kind of, you can see kind of like little bolts and pieces of metal straps are kind of floating there, and you can see he's vigorously working towards something.
Okay.
Oh, Lux. Oh, you're still normal.
Locks is, you're not going outside, right? Locks,
No, I went in the other room with Jericho.
Yeah.
All right, I'm so intensely focused on it. I've got these like my normal eye has like one of those things where it's like the little magnifying glass in front of my eye, and then my mechanical eye also has a separate one in front of it.
Oh,
So I'm very intensely concentrated on.
yeah.
Double monocle.
All right. Is there a perch somewhere where I could
Glasses.
be like above,
Glasses,
looking
yeah.
down at him?
Yeah, there's some shelves, I would say, above Jericho where his workstation is, where he's working right now.
All right. Let me hop up there and just kind of cop a squat and start talking to him. So, Jericho, you don't mind if I...
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm looking around for where the voice is coming from.
up here.
Turn around. You turn around and he's right here. Because of
Sorry, it just now dawns on me that you probably haven't had visitors for a minute or two.
No, it's been quite some time, and yet I'm still not accustomed to creatures sneaking up on me.
My bad. Was not the intention.
No offense taken. So, what brings you here? Can't sleep either.
No, can't quite sleep. These aren't my surroundings either. I'm not used to indoor dwelling. But the princess got up, went outside with the others, so I figured I'd let her be for a minute. I feel like I'm bordering on creepy every time I follow her around, but so I thought I'd bro it up in here with you for a second.
Well, feel free. There's a ale producing machine over there using crushed fey mushrooms. I've perfected the brew for the past few years myself, and it tastes like shit, but it gets you drunk.
I really want to make that now.
Well, you have sold it finally, my man. like I said, the surroundings are not familiar for me. So all of this is new, but I'm beginning to take in a bit. And the princess has mentioned a few things about you. So I'm curious. You said you came from Ether.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't quite remember where.
This place does things to your mind, especially when you've been here for as long as me. For one, you can't trust anything you see. Constantly, there's creatures of ill repute playing tricks on your eyes and tricks on your mind. And we were not, even though I'm an elf, we don't fit in here when you're from another plane. And so it tears at just what you know. So it's hard. I can concentrate and sometimes call back details, but it's so blurry. I remember being on a ship, and I was looking at a note from someone special to me, and a flashing light happened, and then I wound up here, and it's hard to recall too much from before that.
So before then, you'd had no dealings with this land, with fey-wild.
I don't know what being or entity or pure accident brought me here, but ruined my life.
It's quite curious, Jericho, because again, I am the furthest thing from a civilized being, but everybody seems quite taken with your mechanics and your flying ship. It makes me feel as though they're not accustomed to such things.
Well, these things are quite common in the Ether where I'm from. The ship that we're in now was flying above your head with a fleet, 1,000 like it. And they spread across the land and across the sea and across the sky and across plains.
I myself am not from Ether. I was brought there against my will by man and his evil ways. But I can say since I've been at Ether, I have not seen any ships flying in the air, my friend.
That's what's been getting to me, because the fact that you don't appreciate the true I guess the truth as it is, but the knowledge that I had, which was just that the Semet is the religion of all, makes me think that we're from different worlds, perhaps. Maybe because Semet is something new to you.
Semet is something new to me, yeah.
It's all I've ever known.
And you were born and raised on the Ether. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't have the mind to figure this stuff out. I am much more of a point and I'll shoot it kind of guy.
I like it. We can use more like you.
But I do think there's some minds in my group that could probably use this information, Jericho, because it does seem to me that we're trying to get back to two different ethers. Or at least two different timelines.
That is disturbing. Well, I guess you guys can come back to my awesome place. We got these flying ships everywhere. It's pretty awesome. I'm going to be very excited to bring you back. You'll love it. It's crazy. You'll love it. I go back
it may be a hard sell for Loki if there's Semet everywhere. So,
you know what? It's not that bad. I mean, sure, maybe once a week you have to go to the ceremonies, but overall, it's not something that like we're not crusade. I mean, there are the ships everywhere and going and crusading, but like most of life is not like that. I mean, I definitely crusaded a little bit, but it's not what you think.
Well, sometimes that are meant for good have a bad beginning, and maybe that's what we're experiencing now where we're from.
You're wise beyond your years, Frog. and I'm not sure how old you are, but I'm gonna, yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Well, I'm gonna grab me some of your ale, to see if the princess lets me drink it, and then head on back to bed.
Wait, did you say that they had wandered outside?
I was looking at him through the little tiny window. Something about the dwarf and something in his pants, and I don't know. They were, maybe it's a human elf dwarf game they play. I'm very unaccustomed to these things.
They really shouldn't be outside at this time. The Fae tend to. My traps are very good at keeping out the Fae, but they will still wander in and catch you unprepared. So,
you recommend then? Well,
whatever. I've survived this long. If they can't, then maybe they shouldn't have come.
All right, so you take a sip of the mushroom ale and kind of hop your way out or walk your way out, however you want to get your way out. And outside, Loki, you're searching. Roll for investigation. What was your roll? You're muted, sir.
It's brown. Everything's brown and beige. I don't like it.
It was 15.
Man, I was just waiting for that answer. It was great. The suspense was killing me. All right, so 15. So as you're searching around, you see this astral hand kind of going around this deck. Just every once in a while you'll, reach out and try to grasp. As it's going around, you can kind of see some sparkles trailing it. And you can see like a zap coming at the hand. The hand will turn around, and you're directing it around, and you're kind of chasing this spark.
Okay, I want to grab at it.
Yeah, you keep trying to grab at it, and it's like the spark's here. You go to grab it, and the spark's over here.
So I want to try and grab. I want to actually kind of run towards it, I guess, in one direction and then use my mage hand in the other. So I want to first be where it might get distracted at me and then use my mage hand to grab it from another end.
Okay, roll for deception.
Deception?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
No, thank you.
10.
Okay, and then roll a D100.
$35.
Hey.
Almost Pearl's
37.
favorite number.
Yeah.
Okay, so while you're chasing around this fae, or excuse me, this sparkle, my apologies, the sparkle, sudden giant gallon of water splashes down on top of you.
So I'm just a
Just
gallon.
Soaked. You're pretty much soaked, like a bucket of water, and then the bucket drops and hits you on top of the head and then falls to your feet.
Do I become unconscious because of it, like a cartoon?
No,
Ding.
no, it was just a wooden little tiny bucket, but you're soaked.
All right, so
do we see this?
Well, bro, you are
like a wet dog.
You saw him. Were you looking right at Loki, bro?
I don't know.
Or were you looking at the hand? What were you doing?
I imagine if I was just still standing there, I would have seen Loki walk.
Okay. So as you see Loki walk, you see this bucket of water kind of float over his head, and you're just kind of staring at it a little perplexed. And then it turns over and the water splashes down, landing on top of him, soaking him. And at the same time, you're standing there, Loki, kind of like...
I let out a chuckle.
We're definitely not alone.
Of course not.
Yeah, that was a
as
funny
soon as you
trick.
set a Coruscant on, your eyesight comes back.
Oh, okay. That was a trip. Thank you guys. I didn't like it, but that was an experience for sure. Should we go inside now? I think that that way they can roam and play as much as they want.
Yeah, I speak, I project my voice in Sylvan and say, have a good night.
I want to use prestidigitation.
Of course you do.
Of course.
I cast Fireball.
Which gives me the ability. So on the actual like sparkle where I can anticipate where it is,
Please don't.
I want to make a small mark. Almost like an X, where it allows me to actually make a color or a small mark or a symbol appear on an object or a surface for 1 hour. So I want to use the spell to mark him with like basically an X, whatever
Mark
this
who?
creature is.
You want to cast precision, but you have to see the creature.
But I can see sparkles, right?
But
so I can anticipate then where the creature is. Can I not?
You rolled a 10 for this when you tried to catch the creature.
But that was deception.
Yeah, deceptively trying to. Yeah, you were trying to.
Let's go inside.
I'll let you cast a mark on an object if you want, but you don't know where this creature is at this particular moment.
If it only lasts an hour and you're going to rest anyway, doesn't
Well,
matter.
I want to actually cast the mark on him so that way I can punch it in the face.
Why?
The voice
This freaking creature. But okay, fine. If everyone else is going inside, I guess I'll go inside.
So you try to cast this mark at this creature, and also this floating X kind of goes flying by and it cuts through the sparkles, and then it lands on a tree. And there's an X on a tree, and you're just kind of staring at it.
Son of a bitch.
And then you hear a little giggle. So then Brawl goes inside and says,
all right, I'm done with this.
Okay. All right, so now everybody's inside. Mikalo.
Just grab Loki and start pushing him. Let's go. Come on. Everything's okay. Come on.
I'm going to start using also prestidigitation to dry my clothes. Thank you.
Oh.
You can warm a 1 cubic foot of non-living material for 1 hour. So I'm basically kind of like going across my clothing and just kind of like trying to dry it, warm it, dry it.
Okay. So as you're doing that, Jericho, you come out of your room and you see that you still have a lot of people still awake.
Yeah, we have a big day tomorrow. Should probably be resting up. Okay, cool. Glad you all took the message very overwhelmingly positively.
I'm sorry, Jericho. It's that it's been a while since I was here. It was just good fun. I missed this.
Yeah, you guys seem busy drying yourselves.
Just me.
So
yeah, it was a bucket of water. They appear in these days and they keep drying. It was funny.
Sorry, my traps usually can snag most of them, but occasionally pixies end up being able to sneak through.
Yeah.
If that's what that was.
They're surprisingly easy to kill once you get the hang of it. But
how is it that your traps are able to detect these creatures?
They're dumb as all get out. They'll just fall right into them.
Right.
Mostly the ones that have the sprinklers that light everything on fire.
Yeah, it seems like it would be hard to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why they don't like you.
Well, seems like they didn't really get along with you guys either.
Oh no, he was fine. It was totally fine.
Yeah, it was
Well-
fine. It was fine. No, I was fine.
Lox,
It was
you kind of you
Everything's
start
fine.
Lox, you stumble out of the other room like laughing a little bit, and you have this mushroom foamy thing going around your lips right now.
I gotta look up how to make that.
Are you?
Oh my God.
Are you?
I'm gonna draw that.
with them now?
Yeah, you're in the room with everybody.
I want to draw that.
Okay.
So the only person sleeping right now is Yukalo with these two mattresses.
All right.
Lox,
Hey,
what do you-
cocksuckers, what are you up to?
What are you
He's the only
giggling about?
responsible.
Oh my God! You should see your face right now, Loki. You look even more like a penis than usual, with bright red eyes.
Have you seen a lot of penises?
I have. I'm about crotch high. How about you?
That's great.
I just want to say that I love every single person in this room, almost every single person in this room. And I look at Loki, almost every. If you have not tried this man's ale, do yourself a favor and try his ale. It is amazing. And then I just kind of fall back.
Oh,
You kind of land and you're just kind of sipping this drink. And everybody's just kind of like, what is happening?
dude, like
It's got
I'm
its
just gonna-
second 5-star review, I see.
you only got 2 reviews.
Oh.
You oh.
I mean, I'm the only person that's drank it so far before me.
I will try it, but I will grab.
Oh, you're one of those guys that yelps yourself.
I'm gonna grab Lux with my gloves, and I'm gonna put him inside of his bag of holding, just with the head and the arms still like outside. I'm gonna put him like here, like that.
Okay, as you do, his hands are still grasping onto this cup, and but
So
he's dead asleep, but his hands are just fixated on this drink. So as you put him in, like his head's kind of like resting on the drink, and like every once in a while, his tongue kind of like comes out and like slurps it up, but he's dead asleep doing this.
Can I just talk in my sleep real quick and say that, no, I promise not every part of me is poisonous. And then just pass out.
Okay, so you are now sleeping. Yukala's sleeping. What's the rest of the group doing?
I will try the beer.
I'm grabbing at least 1 flagon of mushroom ale.
Can I
Come
have?
on.
Can I try
Yep.
some?
That's what I'm taking. Getting it for you.
Thank you.
And bartender.
Okay.
Yeah, if I had been around this, I'm in it.
You're with them.
Oh, perfect.
All right, that's
Yeah,
2.
I'll take a couple pints.
Yukala,
Start
you can
looking at
hear
my mushroom
talking
now.
from the other room. It's kind of waking you up a little bit out of your sleep. Do you want to get up or try to fall back asleep?
Do I have to roll a con saving throw if I'm trying to fall back asleep?
Ah! Wow.
It's just a personal choice. You don't have to roll for
No,
everything.
I'm gonna grab one of the mattresses and I'm gonna kind of stumble out, and where there's a space, I'm gonna fall on the ground with the mattress so that I'm just there, inserting.
That's
myself.
unique.
One thing that I do want to say is that the sun is still in the same spot that it's been in. So it's not night, but you guys are just tired. So your body feels like it's nighttime, but your mind is pretty awake at the moment because of new land, adrenaline, excitement, things of that nature that are happening. But you're minus Lox, who just took a couple sips of the ale. He is out. So yeah, you stumble in, Yukalo, and
I fall down in the middle of the room and I just say, "What's everybody doing?"
I'm about to have this apparently really strong and tasty beer.
Not tasty, just strong.
Oh, okay. So I will try it then.
Here you go.
Cal, it's an ale made from mushrooms.
Do I
Half elf.
like
Can
it?
we count you in for some?
Do I like it?
Yeah.
I mean, you are familiar with everything kind of in the fey-wild to some degree, so it tastes similar. You haven't really dabbled in mushroom ale too much, but it's
Earthy.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
a taste I couldn't fully get out of it, but we make do.
Yeah, it's hard to get the earthiness flavor out of mushrooms. It's kind of the thing.
Yeah. Well, it's the only thing that ferments around here. What are you going to do?
Yeah, make ale from it. Mushrooms great. Mushrooms are great for you for a lot of different things.
Well, if you want, I could show you some stuff that are also fermentable.
Wait, how do you know the mushrooms are edible here?
How do I know?
Yeah. Some mushrooms will kill you.
It's true, but trial and error and lots of pixies.
Fair.
Yeah, but we have resistance to poison.
Yep.
Well put.
No?
Are you asking me or who are you asking?
No, I'm not
Sorry.
asking. I know that, right?
Okay. Yeah, you would know that.
Yeah.
Roll Danon a D100 for me.
Guys, you see that mushroom ale?
It's really cool, bro. Really cool.
No, this is me in real life.
That's it.
Wait, what?
That's
Oh.
11.
I posted a link in chat.
You rolled an 11?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So as you are sipping on your ale, you are the effects of the drinking isn't quite the same as Locke's, where Locke's was a little bit more giggly and happier. You're starting to dwell on somebody that you're missing. That means a lot to you.
Okay.
That you haven't seen in you don't know how long.
I'm so happy that I might be even able to see my parents and my sister. It's been a while. I know that my sister is going to be so excited. I don't think that she's going to believe everything that I've seen. She's going to be so excited to know you guys.
Roll a history check, on.
That's a 19 plus. I think they have +1 history. Yeah.
So you're
30,
searching
30.
you're searching your memories to recall the last time you saw your sister. Was it at the festival?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. And do you remember what day it was at the festival?
It was the second or third day of the festival.
Okay. You rolled a 19, so you're thinking was the second or the third day, and you're like, no, it was the second. It was the second day. That was the last time I saw her.
So, Jericho, is the festival about to begin tomorrow, or is the last day of the festival?
The festival's about to begin. The Unsili have been gathering all across to go to what's-her-face's old shindig.
Okay.
Now, Danon, you do know from your past that the Autumn Queen is in the area that you grew up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will keep that information to myself.
I'm going to sniff the ale, and while I sniff it, I'm going to be like, how often does this festival happen?
Hard to know in a place that doesn't keep track of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it depends. It depends of her, of the queen.
Is this whenever there's a queen here?
Oh, does it follow her cycles?
Kind of, but no. It depends of her emotions.
You're talking about seasons, right, bro?
Seasons like me.
Yeah. Cyclical seasons.
Right.
Yeah, but it's been a while since. Yeah, it's been a while since we had the previous one. This one was kind of big. It was expected to be legendary and just a big occasion of celebration. So,
barely holding on to consciousness, can I motion to Loki, just kind of like flopping out a hand with my mattress and just like slap his ankle and say, "Oh, we gotta go to dinner," and then kind of pass back out.
Okay.
That's what the horned masked man said.
I assume dinner is not till tomorrow. And my assumption is that this ale is poisonous to me. But what ale isn't? So, bottoms up.
All right.
And I'm going to drink some of the ale.
Clank.
All right. Clank. Roll a D100 for me, Josh.
A D100.
Well, I rolled.
That sounds awful. Yeah. 94.
Okay.
Seems good.
So as you are sipping this ale, the room is kind of beginning to spin a little bit around you. Danan and Jericho are talking about the festival. Lox is, literally still somehow managing to sip his drink, but sleep at the same time. Ukalo has passed out, and Brawl, are you drinking as well?
Yeah, I downed it.
Okay, roll a D100 for me as well. So
how many?
Just a D100, whatever that is.
How many hundred? It's the D10 and a D100.
Yeah. I mean, how many times do you want me to roll it? 18.
Okay. So, okay, as you are seeing the room kind of start spinning, Lox kind of starts blurring out of vision. Ukalo stops blurring out. Danan talking with Jericho, they almost get pushed out of your mind's eye. Brawl, same thing, and you're sitting in this room by yourself. And as this is happening, you see the door open up, and the room is completely white. And in walks a familiar face, a friend that you, or at least someone you once called friend.
Backstory.
Please be Thomas.
Do I know the name? Is it a name that I know?
Yeah, no, it's somebody who visited you. Yes, it's Lorenzo.
Lorenzo.
I didn't want to say it.
What are you doing here?
That is really creepy.
It's good though.
Drinking.
Just put the spotlight on it.
What are you doing here, Lorenzo?
He walks over, stands in front of you, and why did you leave, Loki?
I had to go. I was on a mission.
A mission that would take you away from us.
I don't understand. We leave on missions all the time.
She swore an oath.
I did.
Then why aren't you with us anymore?
I am, well, I mean, not in person, but I am with you.
No, you're not.
Are you here? Are you with me now?
No.
What?
And as he says no, you kind of fall back, and the room starts kind of coming back into focus for you. And you see Brawl, who is literally at this point, like he's pulling at his pockets, and he keeps just saying "sand" over and over and over again. And he's looking for, like, he's looking at his feet. He's kind of lifting up his kilt. And Brawl, you're fixated on finding where the source of the sand came from at this particular moment. As this is happening, Loki, you're looking over in the corner. You see Danan and Jericho still speaking about the festival. Jericho, can you roll a history check for me?
These mushrooms are fucking with me exactly the way I wanted them to.
Yeah, 22.
I don't still have to be on full screen, do I?
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, I'm sorry, Josh. My
No,
apologies.
you do.
No, because you. This was fantastic.
I just want to make sure you guys know I poured some of this ale into a thermos, a little like container, and I'm keeping some of this for later.
Jericho, something you remember last year in particular about the festival, at least that you heard rumblings, that a girl was. You've heard stories about how the Autumn Queen doesn't like people that she thinks could have higher stature, beauty, things like that. She always wants to be the best. And you heard a story about a girl who kind of was catching the court's eye and directing attention away from the Autumn Queen. And you heard that something terrible happened last festival, and that there was a big, to do and almost splitting of the court. So you can almost assume that this festival is going to be very entertaining if things pick up where they left off last time.
In terms of entertaining, in terms of how the two groups are going at each other?
Right. Like drama-wise.
All right. So, if I remember correctly, this dinner is happening before the festival?
Correct. And
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the dinner is tomorrow night, and then the festival is right after. All right, night. All right, cool. So I'm talking with Danan, and Danan, what are you sharing with me? Just the background of this longing of your sister that you're missing.
You're muted.
Yeah, I'm like just talking, rambling about like the festival. That is, the food is incredible. That the drinks are amazing, and then should come. Should stop killing pixies. Stuff like
they
that.
have more of this
And
mushroom
basically
ale.
Yeah,
I doubt it. I'm pretty decent at this.
That's a nice finish.
No, it doesn't, but thank you.
You're welcome.
So I've actually never been to this festival, being that all these creatures despise me, and I despise them equally as much, if not more so. What goes on during this thing? I've heard about it. I see all those frightful creatures wandering their way towards it, but what goes on?
All the YouTube ads for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Frightful?
What goes on at the festival?
Well, just food and drinks and music, and it's just like a big fall, beginning of end of summer, beginning of fall, just harvest, just normal stuff. A lot of music, a lot of dancing.
You do know that a lot of people come to pay homage to the Autumn Queen as well. It's very much a celebration of her.
She likes to have praise because she's really strong and she's really beautiful and powerful.
This all takes place in her palace, right?
Yes, right. And outside. It becomes kind of like a town celebration in a sense.
Yeah. Her palace is the Palace of Dusk, if I've heard correctly.
Yeah.
And they're the unseelie, not the friendly ones like the nice guys. These are all like the imps and other gross ones.
Well, they're also
Titans and
Eladrins like myself and elves, but it's just more like a eclectic society. They're more open to foreigners,
alternative lifestyles.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, for not having any contact with them, you have a lot of knowledge.
I've survived here for a long time for a reason. It's because I haven't let these things take over my mind and eat my brains, like I'm sure they would do.
No, we don't do that.
That's exactly what someone who would eat my brains would say.
No, that's too gamey, I guess. No, and slimy.
How is it that you know what time of day it is to go to bed? And when the pixies actually come out, how do you know that?
So, good question. I point to a clock over on the wall. Like to keep time. Keep to a rigid schedule. Except when I have guests, which is the first time ever right now.
Is the clock actually telling time, or is it just in the same spot? Just nothing moving.
It's actually just based on when I first started the clock, since you can't actually tell what time it is outside. So I set it, and the first hour that I finished the clock is the first hour that the clock ran. And then that's separated into our normal day, how we usually divide it up.
Loki, you're completely like enamored in this clock. You've never seen a clock. You used to sundials.
And it just keeps going around like that.
So there's a large one, and then a smaller one, and then the smallest one, which is the one that's spinning a lot quicker, is the one that you've really never seen this, huh?
No. How does it work?
What? I was building these things when I was just out of the cradle. This is, oh, you guys are great. So, and I
swear to God, if I wasn't drinking right now, I probably would have killed you.
Why?
For such sorcery.
I remember. You know what? I do remember stories of people before. Oh, this is interesting. I start stroking my chin and looking up. I do remember stories, now that you mention it, of before Semet came to Ether, there were stories about primitive people that would had these held beliefs. I kind of start realizing what I'm saying about who I'm next to, and yes, the clock. So I begin explaining how it works.
All right. So the rest of the night kind of goes out of hitch. You guys each of you get a long rest. And
Yay.
I think this will be the time where we're going to take a quick 10-minute break.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we will be right back. 10 minutes, folks. 10 minutes.
Mushroom ale.
Well,
I'm gonna
I don't know.
mushroom ale all day. All right, I'll see you guys.
Everyone's like, good. I'm like, no. It's terrible.
It's got like a caramels.
Do I detect notes of fecal matter? Is that?
Is that where the mushroom comes from?
Everybody can still hear you.
You guys are gross.
Wait, are we supposed to mute ourselves, or are you gonna mute us?
Super gross.
Welcome back, everybody.
That was
I just
perfect.
want to play the intro one more time for everybody. And also, we're going to be creating some new fun things. Also, everybody that's been actually turning in all the fan art or just art in general, it's been amazing to see and to have everybody kind of creating this world with us has been a lot of fun. Something I do want to touch base on is we do plan on really growing this thing and pushing it to the limit. So I'm pretty excited to see, what
Push
the
it
future
to the
holds. Us being
limit.
comic book writers. Do you want the spotlight, bro?
No, I just like to steal it from time to time. But yeah, I'll take it.
Sorry, the mushrooms are kicking in. But basically, what I want to say is, guys, us being comic book creators, a lot of us here on this channel, I'm very excited to see what creative outlets we can use to really grow this thing. And for everybody that's been watching us, paying attention to the story, and as these guys are creating this world, it's been a blast. So I'm excited to pick up.
And cats have been destroying it.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true. Damn cats. All right.
Yes.
The movie Cats?
Everybody that was,
I heard it was really good.
any credibility you had is now gone. All right, let us begin. So you guys awake the next day. The sun is in the same exact position as when you went to sleep, and you kind of wake up to Jericho kind of fudging around, looking at things, kind of fixing things. His eyes are kind of all over the place. He's still got the one thing over his other eye, and he's kind of zoning in on something, searching for something. And you guys kind of wake up to this noise. Lox, you wake up feeling like a baby. You had this amazing night's sleep, and you were dreaming of like sunflowers and daisies and areas of your body that aren't poisonous.
That's right. That's right.
Brawl, you feel pretty light, and Yukalo, you feel even right now. Like mentally, you're in an even place. Danan, you're feeling a little antsy, waking up in the morning. Your night kind of consumed you of thoughts of your sister, and Loki, you're a little uneasy, but that's really nothing new.
Okay.
And we will begin the day.
So I will wake up, and whenever you guys see me, I look different. I will look, instead of like pale and white hair, I will have a kind of like greenish blonde, and my skin is just faint in gray with pink in certain areas. And I have like petals, just like shaking them, like, and that's it.
Princess, you look different. Did you do something with your hair?
Yes. Well, I just feel happy.
It suits you. It suits you, yeah.
You look how I feel.
Yeah, like spring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I changed. Well, Eladrins, we changed depending on the emotions. Yeah, I told you guys. Yeah. So pretty happy. Can I complain?
Do I get more of like a light misty scent? Does your BO change from season to season?
My body odor?
Yeah.
Yeah. It actually does.
Ah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see the fan art.
I know, right?
Excuse me while I go get my inhaler.
I smell like sakura blossoms, like that kind of like sherry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That seems refreshing.
Thank you.
And comforting.
It's what happiness do to people, you know?
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I'm jealous. I wish I changed smells.
That happens with soap as well.
Yeah. Soap is just one of those things. I mean, I use it, right? I have to sometimes.
It's a commodity.
Yeah.
You can also like grab some herbs and flowers and just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
It helps.
It's a great idea.
Is Jericho
Especially
in
because I
his
have some.
is Jericho in his workshop right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether this boat had like multiple levels or like most of Jericho, were most of your stuff like in that workshop? Like, is that where you're contained?
Yeah,
Like
pretty
all your
much. So it's
things?
basically the one workshop with me, and then there's the room that I cleared out with you guys in it, and that's basically the living quarters right now.
Okay. I guess I'll saunter in and ask what's for breakfast.
All right. I'm like furiously looking, like you see pages, like flying,
Just
and
like
kind of
comically flying up in the air.
Yeah, and I'm like, where is it? I knew I had it around here somewhere.
Can I catch some of these pages?
Roll for. Let me see here. What do I want to have you roll for real quick? 1 second. Jericho, there you are. Just do a perception check. No, do a history check. No, not history. My apologies. Just do perception.
Do a baller check. See if you're baller enough to do
Get this. Critical hit on the baller check.
Yes. Critical
Oh, and actually,
baller
I
hit.
did get a 20 on whatever I was rolling for Fred.
Okay. So as you're searching, you find the book you're looking for. And you start tearing open some pages and you get to a map. The map that you see is that of an older Ether. And it has the clans, the Onite, the Sedan, the Medrove, the Heem, and the Yugon Clan. And you find this map and you're like, you've been searching for it ever since last night, ever since you started remembering a little bit about the past and what you said previously about, the people that were kind of, the conversation you had with Lox kind of sparked something in your brain, and you were searching for this book, which is a history of Ether, and you came across the map, and you're
when I pull it out, I shake, and I finally find the thing. I shake my head and laugh, and I say, "Oh, Captain, I always made fun of you for all these books, but I snap it shut," and I was like, "I knew it."
While he's doing that,
hey.
Can I collect the papers that he threw into the air? And if it's okay, can I make a sleight of hand check to pocket one of them before handing them back to him?
It is completely okay. I like that you do that. You should do that more often.
That's gonna be a dirty 16.
Yeah, I mean, while he is kind of admiring this map that he got from it was a pretty large book, and the map is probably about maybe about 2 feet, and you are grabbing the papers and you're rolling them up and you're stuffing them away as fast as you can, and he turns around.
Only one. So I want to make it look like I collected them all out of the air. Pocket one. Don't know what it is. And hand them back. Maybe it'll be useful.
Okay. He turns around holding the map, and then you hand him the papers that were flying around.
You dropped these. That's a nice tapestry you got there.
Thank you. Just put those anywhere, really. I go to swipe off the stuff on the desk, but then kind of just slowly take everything and put it methodically into a place, and then place the book on top.
Okay.
I guess I just throw these behind me.
Right here. Is this? Do you recognize this?
Yeah. Yeah. It's Ether.
Yeah. Are you one of these things? I point to all the different names of the tribes.
It's just a map of the clans. Yeah, I mean, I was
clans.
once. Yeah. Well, obviously you're Semet, so you wouldn't understand. But we're kind of in the middle of a war here.
In the middle of a war. Okay. Interesting. So you're
At least that's
one
what
of
I've been
these.
I had kind of a situation a week before the war started. I got stuck in a valley guarded by a water spirit, which cost me 5 years of my life, or rather of everyone else's.
Man, time is just...
It's just
not
slippery
a thing
dippery.
that's valued here.
Right, it doesn't make any sense. Bibs and
Flies
bobs.
by.
Mate. But as I came into what I can call now Ether, at least the one I am a part of, you and I, mate, I don't know if we have beef or not because we've mostly been fighting a bunch of chickens.
I kind of nod because none of his stories really ever make sense to me. And put my hand on the book and I say, this book is 300 years old. Or this map is, at least. The book is actually only like 50 years old. But the map here is nice. 300 years old.
So it's like a family heirloom or something?
No, I'm saying the map itself, like the picture, right. Like the place where you're from is 300
sure
years
really
ago.
It's been around a while, yeah. Oh, wait, what? Say again?
I just kind of like actually, are your friends up? Are any of them awake?
Yeah.
Let's go grab them. Let's go grab the book and I start walking with him.
Is your mommy home?
I don't turn around. While he strides off, can I try to grab some more stuff off the table? Whatever.
Yeah. What is on your table, Jericho?
What is on the table?
There's lots of just doodads and stuff. Like there's a spider that had broken down, got into a fight with I don't know, whatever the goblin creature, just goblin, got into a fight with the goblin. And like part of the side is, I was just repairing it. So basically there's just knickknacks, doodads, and maybe like repair manuals.
Tools.
Is there like a tool maybe left on the... No.
Yeah, I have a set that I keep with me, but there probably is extra around.
I see like a hammer, a screwdriver, some pliers.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in a workshop, you have a ton of tools
around.
I guess I just grab some loose papers.
Okay, you grab 15 sheets of loose paper.
It's going to be for a 22. 15 sheets of loose paper. I just stuff them in my pants. I don't have pockets.
All of a sudden, you are more intimidating. All right, so
Jericho... man, that fire is going to spread quickly.
Oh my gosh,
it starts to burn.
I just thought of that. Okay, so Jericho, you enter the other room and you're kind of holding this map.
I'll follow him in.
Hey, the unit? Is that what you guys call yourself?
Yeah.
What was it?
No.
Yeah, that's copyright.
Adventurers.
Work in progress.
Trademarked.
Gather ye around. Wow, Lux, you look like you had a really great night's sleep. You look.
Yeah, I don't know what your problem is with the fey-wild, but I have had a magnificent time since I've been here. So
I'd like to think it's because of your host.
Yeah.
My host was the vicious vileness that is the fey-wild itself. So.
I feel like we've received a relatively warm welcome so far.
Yeah. Just embracing craziness. Sometimes.
Which is surprising because I actually hate people. But hey, I guess when you haven't seen them around in a while, you're all right.
Welcome to
So
the
but
unit.
check this out. I opened the book and put it on one of the beds so that they can all sit around it.
Maybe it was the
Everybody,
fey-wild.
look! He's got a tapestry of our circle.
Check this out. This is Ether from your time. I slapped the book again.
Why do you keep saying your time?
He's.
Is
I think it's pretty obvious that he's from another timeline, right? He's.
Oh. At this
Oh.
point, it's pretty clear to most of us.
I mean, a different time or a different line that time is following.
Well, I would like to be a different
Can I make
timeline
a
because that way we can come
saving
back
throw
and
just
actually
for
see
that
the
sentence?
future, and he will be totally fine in it.
Oh, I'm lost. So Jericho, he wanted to show everybody the map.
Yeah, you guys are from what we call history.
So, Jericho. Would you say that you are from our Ether 300 years into the future? Or
No, I'd say
would you
you're
say-
from my Ether 300 years in the past.
yeah, that's the same thing.
A little different, but
Or are we simply from two separate parallel universes in the same physical space?
Oh, because we
I
don't really
hope-
want to convert to the Cox fucking religion.
No, we're
They've
gonna.
got a thing going, and you seem like a right straight old chap, but like, yeah, I don't know if you've met any of them, but not good ones.
Everybody
Yeah, they're
knows
very violent.
been a follower of Semet, and been pretty nice overall. I mean, you have criticisms about everything. I mean, you guys like sacrifice people or whatever on a regular basis, right? I mean,
No.
you're. Wait, what do I recall about their history from what I've been taught?
Roll for history, and I'll let you know.
All right, 22.
Hey,
Let me bust out my history sheets. One moment, please. Thank you.
just bring
I've
up
been
the
rolling
campaign on
oddly
D&D
well.
Beyond.
Okay, so this is what you know of the clans. Okay, you know that the Madrove were the keepers of the Eastern Door, the traditional guardians for invasions from the east. They are a strong, prosperous society of seafaring individuals built around defending their land, trading, and raiding. The great statue of the deity Lug once stood here, and most men from the clan did die in combat during the first invasion. You know that the Ahim clan are considered the keepers of the fire. They were educational. It was more of a historic center of Ether. There was a great library that was there, mostly comprised of monks worshiping Belenus in the rolling hills located in the middle of the island. A very proud and inventive people. It was a multitude of different races and nationalities and people from different clans that usually went to the Ahim. So it wasn't necessarily blood, but it was more so anybody can become Ahim. The Onite clan, they were the keepers of stone, living in their caves in the west, far underground and rarely coming out. This is the only area in Ether that didn't fall initially to the Semet invasion. They were the last to fall. The Yugon Clan are considered the people of the swamp, living in most southern region of the island. These people are defiant, or were defiant. They were nocturnal and seafaring, and they pledge themselves to the darkness. There's horror stories that some of them are still haunting that area, almost like an ancient burial ground, if you will, from even your time. The Sedan clan are considered people of spilled blood, once the strongest and most feared clan residing on Ether. civilization bred for war, blood for blood being their motto. Their lands in the north had been stolen from them during the invasion, and they fought back valiantly. And there was a small uprising that was quickly put out from a camp that you recall from your history books, called Sturgeon Point.
Sturgeon or surgeon?
Sturgeon.
Like the fish?
Yes.
Just like the fish.
But that was pretty much the last stand of Ether was a revolt that almost sprouted up from Sturgeon Point, but was quickly out.
All right. That's what I remember.
So you generally remember the history of these clans.
Yeah, 5 clans, right?
Yeah. 5
Cool.
clans.
All right. So you guys were one of these clans, weren't you? Or you guys were one of these clans, weren't you?
I mean, technically we still are because we're here. But yes.
Nice. It's a pleasure to meet a living piece of history. Like all you guys. It's great. This is kind of crazy, right? Who would have thought, right? I'm from the future, you're from the past. Here we are. Anyway.
Likewise, Jericho. It's really pleasurable to meet a possibility as yourself.
Yes. An ideal possibility, some might say.
A man out of time.
So anyway, yes, you're exactly right, Ukalo. We definitely have to make dinner tonight. I thought that this would be a lot more surprising for everybody, but everybody's taken it pretty coolly that you guys had all been extinguished and are 300 years in the past. But I guess we'll just move on now that information was done. I think I'm going to take this page and I kind of look at the book and then just put it into a book that I carry with me and like a machine that springs it out. So I like put it in the book and then retract the spring.
I just
you guys are all taking this rather lightly.
I thought it would be more surprising that all of your friends and family and your way of lifestyle had been completely eradicated. But anyway, I guess we have to make this dinner.
It sounded like to us like you're the one who's traveled to the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was all fun and games last night, but I think the only one here that should really be worried is you. I mean, there's a legend where I'm from of this man named Marty McFly, and the legend goes that he too went back in time, and when things did not go right, he and his family were slowly erased from existence. So I think we're all fine. We'll go back to where we're from, but
yeah, what was his rival's name? Biff.
Oh, Biff the Mighty, yeah.
Yeah, Biff the Mighty.
So you're saying, Lux, that we might change the future?
Well, just by us being here, I would imagine that's something, yeah.
Only if this place exists within the same time as our plane.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say that it needs to.
Maybe you're a ghost from the future.
Yeah, I mean, my guess would be that us being here would be more detrimental to you, Jericho, than to us.
Yeah, can we see your books?
So I bring out another. I rush into my room and I bring out another like tome of Semet, and I open a page and there's just a circle, and it's like a woven rope in a circle, and it's a religious text. And I point to it and I say, "This aligns perfectly with the teachings of Semet, which, if you would have been open-minded enough to receive, maybe we wouldn't be having this weird conversation about how you guys don't exist anymore as people." So the teachings of Semet say that
like 300 years into the future, I might still be around.
It's possible.
Yeah.
The story is being ever woven, though, And as we go around, it's a circle, right? All of time has always existed, and we continue to go around in the story that Semet has woven for us until we are brought out of this reality into the next one. So, really, as it all shakes down, this is just part of the circle. You can't change the circle. The circle always is.
Yeah.
So does that mean that we're supposed to change the past, or that you're supposed to keep it the same?
I think that you can't change it, at least according to Semet, which, I think would explain why you guys are here.
Well, I think that I've found a new purpose. And that's to get back to my time and make sure that you never exist.
Oh, well, that is very charming, and I'm sure you will. I hope to get back to my time so I can continue living my life.
Awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, you're so blunt. You have found your person.
I think that's the end of that, and perhaps we need to find this dinner or whatever we need to find and make our way back to our time. And end.
To each of our respective times, by the way.
Yeah.
Even if we're destined to die, it would be nice to be back.
And my goal is also to make sure you get back to your time, Jericho.
Yeah, it's like a good side quest.
That's touching. I appreciate that. It shows real growth as a person.
I want to make sure that you get back to your time and we get back to ours.
So I can end you in ours.
Roll for religion.
Who?
You.
Me.
Brawl wasn't saying that.
Ooh, it's a very low.
You guys are a little intolerant, I gotta say.
You don't know what the rest of us have been through. 6. It's low.
Yeah, you
don't like anyone pushing their religion on me.
Like, you keep hearing Semet, and you're trying to remember your beliefs, but it's kind of in your brain. It's kind of scattered, and you're having a hard time remembering your beliefs at this moment in terms of religion.
In terms of what I draw my power from.
Mm-hmm.
Do we notice anything going on with Loki, or does he just like?
Just seems a little more pal.
You okay there?
Do you need some water? Hydration is no accident.
No, I think my stomach is taking ill to the ale that I had last night.
Like I said, it's pretty disgusting.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. That was good. Like a good earthy ale.
Yeah, really buddy. It was good. It was good. I like it.
Especially that euphoric kick
more,
at the end.
We have to be setting off soon, I assume. I've already got myself packed. I've done my inventory 3 times, and everything is accounted for.
You call him, make a history check.
That would be 18.
Okay, you remember he said that the path would show itself to you on dinner.
Okay, Carlo, do we have any understanding where we're gonna meet this creature?
He said that when it was time, that the way would be apparent. He's kind of sporadic. I don't know if you guys have seen him more than once, but he's appeared to me from behind a tree, out of a fire, on top of a house thing.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing what that guy has to say.
DM, do I have any kind of idea how far we are from my home, like city or my house?
One moment.
Pull it up in Google Maps.
Maybe. Road to the fey-wild.
Okay,
In
so
500 feet, take a right.
You know you are from the Twilight, right? So in terms of where we are right now, you are at the almost the most southern tip of the Feywild. So you do know that you're roughly right now away from home. You can gather. I mean, you've been to the Dream Grove once or twice. You are probably about, you would gather, about 180 miles away from home right now.
So
I mean, that's pretty precise. You know you're within 200 miles. Sorry.
So if
184, really.
So if we know that he's going to appear to us, is there any way that he will appear to us during, I don't know, if we're walking towards somewhere?
I mean, likely. He sniffed us out the last couple times.
When we should be on our way, yeah.
I will like to. I'm so close. I'm so close to my parents, and I just want them to know that I'm okay. And I don't have any means to let them know that I'm okay. So, would you like to go to a stroll with me?
Yeah, can we meet your parents?
That would be cool, right? And I can show you guys a little more. And were you okay with that?
Yeah.
How far?
That sounds like a great plan.
It's a long
Great
walk.
plan.
I'm all for family reunions, but don't we have that dinner tonight with the guy who might be able to get us home?
Oh, he's going to appear to us. He's just going to pop up, I guess.
I thought the path how did it go? How did the dude say it to you?
The way he said it, the road will apparate as follows.
So maybe
I think that's what he said.
So maybe we could go north.
Well, I guess if both roads align, then we can.
Can we take a stroll? Maybe, perhaps?
I don't see any problem with getting a little air. This ship is a little musty.
I'm getting a little anxious being in this closed-in space.
Okay. Do you guys want to venture out?
Yes.
Okay. I was waiting. All right. You guys venture out, and everybody's got their packs. They're ready to go. Yukalo, are you leading the way?
No.
Okay. Who's leading the way?
I'll take lead with somebody. If
I'll go.
Okay. So as you venture out, okay, you're still in the Dream Grove area of better known as Shroudwood. So it's the Shroudwood, and there's a particular area which is the Dream Grove that you guys are located in. You're venturing north. And as you're cutting through the trees, it's very interesting. You'll be walking, and everything's redwoods around you, and there's rivers along the side of you, and there's regular animals that you've seen in the past. And then you'll blink your eye, and then all the trees that were once redwoods are now large sunflowers and dandelions, and they're it's almost like Honey I Shrunk the Kids, where you're but it's actual size, right?
Not as terrifying.
Yeah, you don't have giant ants coming after you.
Yeah.
But and you're looking around and you do see, giant butterflies and things of that nature that are kind of flapping around off in the distance, but you see birds as well that are the same size. And you also see, giant bees. It's almost like everything, bees, butterflies, birds, bears, beets.
Buttons.
Do you see those butterflies? They like to smoke pipe. They do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what kind?
Like, I think they call it kind of like
pipeweed.
Like hookah.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of.
Is Danon the one leading the way because she knows where we're going? Because we're going to her parents' house.
Yeah, I think it was Lox and Danon were in the front, right?
I can go. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I said I was going to be in the front too.
Oh, okay. So the three of you are walking side by side. Perfect. Boom.
So, Princess, you're going to have to point something out if it looks out of the ordinary, because I think all of this looks out of the ordinary to us.
Yeah.
Okay. How do I do that?
Danger.
Okay.
Hey, Lox, roll for perception as you're kind of.
My passive is 16. Do you want me to use that or just roll?
Roll for me.
Perception. Oh shit! Has it been that long? What do I use again? Oh, perception. It's 25.
Okay. So as you guys are walking along, I'd say, time-wise, you're not entirely sure how much time has passed, but about, an hour, I would say, has kind of gone by. It's getting closer to, as you're venturing more north, the sun is moving a little bit, but not much. It's maybe moved, a smidge in the sky. You see a tree now. As you guys are kind of blinking in and out, the trees are redwoods, and then they're dandelions, redwoods, dandelions, birds, and then butterflies, right? And it's kind of hopping back and forth between these two weird scenes and moments. As you fixate on this tree, you kind of have a staring contest with it, Lox, because you're kind of like, what the hell is going on? And you see it switch, and when it does, it switches back to a dandelion, and you see a door inside of this dandelion. It's about, I'd say, wide, about 5 feet wide, and the door is filling up the innards, and it goes up. The door kind of goes up probably about 6 feet. And you see it kind of glowing blue inside of this dandelion, and it's like dandelion root, if you will. And there's engravings on the door that are kind of glowing from blue to purple across it. And it looks very like petal-like in terms of, what the art is on this door.
Okay. So I put my little frog fist up in the air to stop everybody, and Danon, do you see that dandelion? Do you see the door? And then just kind of relay everything you said. Is that danger?
Do I see it? Danger.
You've never seen anything like that before.
But
the yellow top of this dandelion is kind of sparking at the top. And the one piece of the top, almost, I would say probably about a foot big, a yellow petal falls off, kind of floats down to the ground by the door, and there's like this small gathering, almost like leaves, at the base of this door that's built into this dandelion stem.
I would like to roll for investigation, please.
Okay.
That's a 15 total.
15 total? Okay.
Yeah.
So you've never really seen anything like this, but you do know in the fey-wild, doorways, you never know where they can lead.
Yeah. I tell everybody.
Did we
So
see the
is this
petal
a
fall?
path we need to take, or is it something we can avoid?
I'd like to walk up to it to inspect the petal that fell and pick it up and just kind of wave it over my head and say, "Look at this, guys!"
As you do and you turn around, you see 3 more dandelions that are facing you. And almost kind of like The Nightmare Before Christmas, where you have multiple doors.
Yeah.
You are standing in the middle right now, Yukalo, and there is 3 more doors and then 1 to your back.
So as I turn around, I see the other 3 doors.
All different colors.
Okay.
So the one that you're in front of, that's to your back rather, is going from a blue to a purple. There's another one that is very black. Another one that's going from an orangish to a red. And then the other one's going from a red to an orange. And you're standing in the middle, and each petals are slowly falling from all of these different.
Oh, bro, you're definitely going to want to see this.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Me?
Thank you. Yes, I was as surprised as I am to be here and to see all this. I find it more surprising to find doors in these plants.
Yeah.
It is peculiar. These
I feel like
plants
it's kind
normally
of
don't have these
expected.
contraptions.
Yeah, I mean, doors kind of seem like something that we would come up with, not plants. So this strikes me as somebody made these.
Either that or that's just what we're perceiving because that's recognizable to us.
Oh yeah, because that mushroom ale.
Can I
No,
inspect?
because this place is vile and plays with
I
your
go
mind.
over to the corner and throw up.
Yukalo, does this look like something the Horned Man would lay out for us, or is this not related?
I don't know. I would like to inspect the black door and the orange-red door. Not to be confused with the red-orange door.
So as you're inspecting the door, which one are you looking at?
Starting with the black one.
Okay. So you can see the engravings on this, unlike the other doors, are very like jagged. It's pattern. It's still a pattern, but it's more like lightning bolts, essentially, kind of crossing, and it's very barren on it. Basically, you have like these 5 lightning bolts that are kind of jagged going across from the base down to up to the top. And they're kind of flowing through, and those particular lines are glowing blue on it. And there's little black stems that are kind of coming from these blue lines that are these blue glowing lines that are on the door. And there's these black lines that are coming off of it, and then to where the door handle is, it's actually made of almost like it's like a purplish, I don't know how to explain it. It's a purplish, flowery, thorny bush, which is the door handle.
I'm just gonna trace my fingers over the carvings and the light, and kind of wonder and respond to Locks and say, I've never seen anything like this.
Are all the doors similarly carved?
The one that is going from the orange to the red it's more, the patterns aren't jagged on it. It's more of a flowy pattern, and then on the right, the door is almost lifted up, like it's almost like almost like a mountain range is kind of sticking out of the side of this door. And if you put your hand over, it's not smooth, but it kind of goes up in peaks and valleys, if you will.
Would I know, like, could I try to like find any sort of like correlation between the color and the carving, or how many leaves are on the sunflowers above, and try to understand like where these things lead, or what that constitutes the door and where they go?
Yeah, if you roll for investigation.
While he's doing that, are there any languages on the store, or is it all on the doors multiple, or is it all patterns?
It's all patterns.
All right, I got 11.
I will say that you can kind of make out that it seems vaguely familiar to you, although some of the stuff you're seeing you've never really experienced. But the door that goes from orange, excuse me, which one did I just last describe? Apologies, guys.
Orange to red.
Orange to red.
The one that goes from red to orange. Okay, sorry.
You could just make that one yellow.
You're playing life on hard mode.
I know.
Yeah,
I really am. That particular one, you kind of look at it and you see, it almost reminds you of where you're at. It kind of looks like the door itself. There's these patterns that are very bubbly in the southwest side of the door. And then a little bit further north, you have this dip. And then there's this little blue glow that is coming in like this crater-like area. And it kind of reminds you of the area you're in, where north of the dream grove, is the Mistfall Valley. And it almost reminds you of the topography of the land that you're in, that particular door.
I call over Danon. Danon, take a look at this door here. Doesn't this look like the valley to the north? And see, here, we're here.
Oh. Does it? Dan?
Doesn't it? You live here, right? Looks pretty similar.
It does, actually. Do you think that these are kind of doorways to the different areas of the land?
It seems that way. It's interesting that they have a door to here. So, not sure what to make of that.
Maybe it leads somewhere else.
Any chance? So there's one that looks like a mountain, and that one's the red to orange.
Then we've got some lightning over here on black.
Lightning on black.
Mountains on orange to red.
Mountains on orange to red. Red to orange.
Got dreams, mountains, and lightning. Sounds.
Any other doorways, or just those?
What about this bluish purple one?
Well, I mean, at this stage, what are we really looking for? If we're looking for a way to get to Danon's home, then shouldn't we just continue on our trek? And if we're looking for a way to get to the dinner, shouldn't we be waiting for the men with horns?
No, we should be waiting for the path to reveal itself.
There's quite a few paths to take at this moment.
I heard two options for food in there, and I am okay with either one.
Yeah, we did skip breakfast, didn't we?
Danon, your thoughts on the door? Do you think it leads to your mom and dad?
I mean, I had breakfast.
I don't know.
Oh.
No, like really, I don't know. There's no way to know here. One thing to be sure around here is the uncertainty of things.
Can I crack the door with the mountains just to kind of peek in?
All right. As you
I
kind of walk towards this door to crack it
I'm
open.
already. I would assume I was already because I was touching it and stuff. So can I just like go to the handle and crack it open, see if anything happens stealthily?
Yeah.
If
So
need be.
you go to open it. Roll for stealth first.
That's going to be 22.
Okay, 22.
Lovely.
So you go to open this door. Nobody's really paying attention to you at this particular moment in time, Yukalo. You twist this rocky handle that is the biggest tip of the essentially this raised range that's on this door, and you twist it, and it almost takes all your might to do it. And as you do it, the door and it's slides open.
Wait, it
and all you
slides
see,
I don't want to open it all the way.
it begins to not slide, but pull open, like crack open about a foot.
What do I see?
You look in and you see colors, tons of colors, kind of swirling.
I'm gonna attempt to close it.
Okay. So you push it back in, and you twist, and it closes.
Was that the door that would have led north, or was that a different door?
That are you asking me?
Yeah.
So you guys don't know yet. I mean, you don't really.
Oh, I thought we had assumed one of those doors led to north.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So that one would lead north from where you're standing. Yes.
Okay.
But you're not entirely sure. Like you, Locks, are not entirely sure of the topography in terms of the land.
Well, they did relay to us everything.
Right.
Do I recognize
keep in mind that in the fey-wild, Fey tend to stick to their areas. So they don't tend to venture too often away from where they're from.
So I'll close the door in such a way that when it closes, I give it a little bit like extra oomph, so it does make some sound. Going,
okay. Everybody kind of turns and looks at you.
Careful, Yukalo.
What did you do?
It was nothing big. I mean, I just cracked it open and peeked my head inside.
What did you
It's pretty
see?
colorful. Unfortunately, it was pretty bright. My eyes, I guess, weren't adjusted too well. Couldn't pick out much.
Do I recognize any of the patterns on the doors? Any color scheme that reminds me of my homeland?
The area you're from, Carla, remind me of do you know the exact location you're from?
What? Me?
No, Carla.
No,
Excuse me.
Denan.
Denan. Apologies.
No.
Okay. Is it more cold or warm? Just east or west is kind of all I really need to know.
Warmer.
Okay. Okay. So something you notice on one of the doors, okay, is it's the other one, the
orange to red.
Orange to red, yeah. So I really wish I never did that. The orange to red. You notice that there is. It kind of reminds you of your topography in terms of an area of it.
That's the one that I just opened. Is the mountain one, the orange to red?
No. You opened up the. So whatever.
I said the orange to red, which was the mountain one.
Okay,
is
so
the one I wanted to open.
Okay,
the red to orange
is then.
There's a blue and purple one which was not described, so that there's a mystery one there.
It's blue and purple. There was orange to red, red to orange, and then there was black.
Yeah,
right.
Don't you do this to yourself, man.
I know. I really wish I didn't.
The fey-wild is so mysterious.
I know.
And the red to orange one turned yellow to purple. Ooh.
The gods are
so, Carla, my apologies. The one that is blue reminds you of your land.
There you go.
Oh, well,
My eyes are kind of.
Make a will saving throw.
well,
Play 4th.
from all of this, I'll assume that the one that reminds me of my homeland is this one.
So do we take a leap of faith or do we keep walking?
It's up to you. What do you want to do?
At this moment, that door cracks open. And you hear, and then
Bow's out.
And it opens. And then standing in the doorway, you see a silhouette just kind of.
Oh, this is clearly where the DM wants us to go. So,
DM, is that what we're calling this horn man?
Is it horny man?
Horny man?
Is it? Can we see like silhouettes of horns, or is it just?
Oh my god!
Is there anything protruding?
It's just it's sticking out of him.
Well,
Do you see anything that's sticking out?
Yep. All of a sudden, the other 3 doors open.
Oh no!
Standing in each of those doors is a silhouette.
do all the silhouettes look the same?
Exact same.
You know, suddenly I'm less inclined to go into any of these. We know roughly where if we go to the palace, I'm sure that the dinner's nearby.
Loki, you see the silhouette as a woman, and it's a shape that you've recognized, something that you've been longing for. Danan, the silhouette
Loki? Are you saying
Ukalo. Ukalo.
Ukalo. There you go.
Yeah, Ukalo, you see it as a silhouette of a female that you can't get off your mind. Danan, you see the silhouette as a silhouette that reminds you of your sister. Lox, your silhouette is a little bit different. It's almost like an action. When he's going like this, it reminds you of a memory that you've had in the past with a particular human. Jericho, you see the silhouette of a child. And then Loki, what you're particularly seeing in this moment of time is you're seeing a friend.
Now, is this all from the same door, or is it from
Silhouettes, all the doors, same silhouette that you're seeing in each one.
This is.
Sorry, you said that it was a memory that I had of a human.
It's a silhouette of a human from your past.
I'm gonna cast protection of from good and evil on myself.
This is not right.
Not believing my eyes.
That's a spell that should have been used at some point before.
That's okay. I'm also not casting this in such a way that everyone would see. Only for me.
Okay, 1 second. Let me see your spell here. Good and evil. So until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
I'm capping on fae.
Okay. So as you do that, Ukalo, you feel like this energy kind of drop down around you, and when you look back up at these doors, you actually see the silhouette drop from 3 of them, and then standing in the blue door, you see the horned man. And he begins to kind of laugh. Clever.
Not this time, mate.
Then he
So
kind
does
of turns
everybody,
around.
like, see this?
So,
Or-
Kylo, what do you see?
No,
Oh,
you're the only one that sees this right now, Yukala.
As Loki asks me that, I just kind of lackadaisically backhand him and cast it again. And just say,
what?
"Look."
Okay, so you cast it on him.
Yeah. So
Are you willing, Loki?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Wait, did he
really?
backhand me like in an aggressive
No,
way?
like lackadaisically,
Yes.
like I just kind of like my
Like-
hand makes contact with your face, just like a look here.
He's not a fan of
Like
that.
like so as you kind of like dead fish him,
Yeah, like that.
This energy kind of drops around you. You look at all the doorways and then smoke, and then standing in the one is the horn man. And then he drops the illusion, and 3 of the doors actually disappear. The dandelions turn to redwoods. And standing in the middle of a doorway is the horn man, not in a dandelion, but in a redwood tree.
Do I
Coming-
still see this human?
Is everybody seeing
Not
this?
anymore, no. Everybody is the illusion's completely dropped. You're standing in a redwood forest, and the doorway, yes, that is there, but it's just a normal door. And standing in that door is the horned man, and then the other doorways have disappeared, but the trees stand where they once were.
I'm standing like as if I'm about to walk in the black door with all the lightning in it, and I turn and I say, "Ha ha! I knew it all along. I through science and understanding, I knew it. It was him all along."
Yukalo, in your hand still is a petal
Yes.
from the dandelion, and that has not changed.
Yes.
What
I
does
would
the
like
group
to
wish do?
look at the pedal, if that's okay. Do you think it might make a good material?
Yes, it looks like it would be a great material for a cape.
Interesting.
Are there multiple? Is the question. Are there multiple petals?
All the rest of the petals are gone.
I just have this
well, then
one.
it's worthless.
This one very special. Are you kidding? That means it's gold. It's the only one on the market.
You can do like a
one
miniature
petal that
replica.
goes up on your shoulder.
Maybe it will be a
Good.
decoration. You don't know.
Sorry, cut out my hand. So what would the group like to do?
Well, I guess that the path has just presented itself to us. Is this going to lead us to Danat and her family?
The horn man kind of reaches out. Well, I never said anything about family reunions. Perhaps when all this is said and done, maybe. I'd be happy to, we can maybe talk about it over dinner. Are you guys hungry? Hope you brought your appetite.
Why you do that to us?
Do what?
Why you did that to us? You know exactly what you did. That was
I
really mean.
I haven't done anything that you wish wouldn't happen.
You almost got an arrow in the face, mate. You were about a half a second away from having one of my arrows sticking out of your fucking jugular with that trick.
He kind of snaps his fingers and then like smoke, and then he appears right next to you. I don't know how arrows pierce smoke, but if you ever figure it out, let me know. And he snaps his fingers again and lands next to the nun. As for you, it could be worse. I didn't pick that. Whatever you saw, you picked it, not me. Each
Why
of you
choose to make us see what we wanted. Are you playing
Wait.
tricks on us?
I mean, tricks, games. I think we're just having a laugh, aren't we?
No, you're pulling
What?
strings.
I think it's just a laugh.
I think
I
it's
thought
about
he was
time
pretty
we
funny.
found out what god you serve.
Always with the religion, buddy.
Well,
That's really, really, Jericho. Oh my god. I'm like heated, but I continue.
So this horn man kind of he starts pacing back and forth. Well, I was kind of hoping for this conversation to be at dinner. How about you come?
It's always good to save religion for dinner.
Well, there's more
everyone at Thanksgiving.
He kind of leans in. What if I told you that the gods from your world somehow ended up in my world, and now we don't really tend to believe in the gods all too much here? I mean, we know they exist, but for some reason they're just popping up left and right in the fey-wild, and we'd very much like them to go back.
Have you heard of Semet?
Oh, yes, of course. But we have other problems that I need to discuss with the Autumn Queen and her court in this festival, and perhaps your sister. That might be of interest to you. And if you don't mind, maybe we can carry on that conversation.
I will start walking to the door.
Okay.
While this is going on, can I study him? Just see what the hell is going on with this dude?
Yeah, you're kind of looking him up and down. And he kind of looks back at you. Do you like what you see?
What am I actually saying? What does this dude look like?
I mean, he's...
Whatever your heart desires.
He's wearing this very colorful cloak that goes down to his boots. He has this
colored dream coat.
It goes from like turquoise to purple, and it's very materialized, like it's very stylized. He has blonde hair that is slicked back, and then the mask kind of goes about half his face, kind of like Phantom of the Opera, where the bottom portion of his face is open, and it's a bright red blood mask with a horn that goes up this way, and then two that are this way, kind of very demonic. He's not super tall, but tall. It's not like 7 feet or anything, but he's like probably like 6 foot, and fair skin. And
can I recognize this like demon face mask from anything that I've seen before?
Nothing you have seen. But you can roll a history check.
I will roll a history check. I got motherfucking 17.
I mean, you heard rumblings, like I said, of the last festival of a man in a mask who upset the queen. But you don't know if it's one and the same.
Interesting. All right. I sit back with my knowledge and I say nothing.
Lox, did you have something you want to say?
No, I was singing a song by Alice in Chains. But I'm going to catch up with Danon.
Okay. So Danon, he's kind of holding the door open for you. You storm past him. Lox, you go in after Danon. What is the rest of the group doing?
I turned to Jericho and I said, "I know you have some ready trust issues, but this is the guy who just crawled out of your fire last night. Are you going to follow us in, or are you going to hang back?"
Oh, I'll follow you guys in. This guy seems to know the way to traverse this land and get to other places. So I think he's the only hope that we all got as far as seeing us our families again.
I'll trust any man who crawls out of a fireplace.
Big Santa Claus guy.
Yeah. He kind of looks at you, bro, and it's just like, kind of like this guy.
I like your style.
I like your style.
Let's get a room.
I like your face.
I like my face too, actually.
Well, as you start walking, you kind of become weighted down a little bit, Brawl, and sand starts coming back outside of your pockets. And then you walk through the door, and that is where we'll end tonight's episode.
No, dinner has to be served.
Oh yeah.
We're so hungry. Please let us feast.
But with that being said, Julio said something to us. I was watching you guys for a while, but it made me sleepy. Nice to see you again. Sorry we put you to sleep, Julio.
That could be good though. I mean, it's really nice to be able to have something to watch and listen to.
To just have a bunch of
sleep.
soft, gentle voices lull you to sleep at night.
It's perfect.
Quite right.
I mean, I'm starting to see like a change in wild card here from Ukalo to Brawl. Brawl's becoming more wild card to me now.
This place just
we haven't
something.
We haven't ended the stream yet. So
I know. I'm just contemplating for anyone who wants to, watch and comment and see what they think about what the change of dynamic is. It's very interesting.
Type who you think the wild card is in the comments.
Yeah, there you go. So one thing I want to say is I popped this up here for you. Follow us on Twitter, guys. If you have a Twitter account, Nat One Network. That's where we're going to be doing most of our communicating. You can find all of us on our individual handles as well. On top of that, we're going to have a lot more announcements coming. We do have a Discord that's coming soon that we'll be able to sync up there. And we look forward to seeing you next week, Wednesday, right around 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, guys. And we hope you have a good rest of your week. Stay safe. And till then.
Bye.